In the past 24 hours, the meme token launched by Mr. Trump has gone from zero to reach $10 billion. Hundreds and thousands of X's in profit for its early investors and followers.
Show me a pay stub and I quit my job right now and I work for you.
At the moment, it is trading at $20,000. First line by capitalization, but I think by the time you watch this video, it will already be trading in the region of 10th line by capitalization and will add a couple more X's to its value. This video is for those who did not manage to buy Mr. Trump's meme token but want to buy memecoins for their portfolio. I will share with you my memecoin holdings, my selection principles, and how I think it is right and adequate to invest in memecoins for profit. I aim for 10x's in profit. Memecoins are just pictures that are worth billions of dollars. And here we need to give a little background on why this happened in the first place. You have to understand that most of the stock market and most of the current crypto market is nothing more than memes. Companies that have a 200 times annual profit in capitalization are not able to justify their value. Most cryptocurrency projects, which are essentially the same memes but wrapped in technology, have led to the market being not the most efficient structure right now. And if you understand how this story works, and you can definitely make money from it, but the fundamental laws and what has worked for decades and centuries are starting to fail.
Excuse me, what?
And since the market has come to the point where the entire market is a meme, people have decided why not just launch some images and inflate their market capitalization. Moment. Clear distribution and clear tokenomics. Typically, when a cryptocurrency project comes out, venture funds enter it. They have tokens, they receive them before the listing, and then they go through what's called a vesting, where they gradually dump them into the market. In meme coins, however, the situation is completely different. Often, the founders of meme coins almost completely dump the entire supply into the market, thereby distributing it more or less evenly among participants. Among the participants, this results in clear tokenomics and the absence of further dumps and unlocks into the market. The second important point is a strong community. Basically, this is what all memes thrive on. Remember the main narratives? Pepe, Doge, Shiba, and so on down the list. All these meme coins have a very strong community behind them. And often, there's just one big opinion leader. For example, Elon Musk in the case of Pepe or Doge. Basically, all crypto is a meme. And when we face the question of whether the price is not a practical benefit from the project but just inflated hype around it, it's precisely the community and the opinion leaders who build that community that create the main precedent. They create the main liquidity so that the token's price can continue to rise. And the third point why people like meme coins is the open metrics. We can literally go into the blockchain and see how large wallets behave, who actually owns the tokens, where they are being redistributed, and what the big players are doing right now. Openness, strong community, no unlocks. All this led to memecoins becoming the main trend in 2025. By the way, there's a separate detailed lecture on this topic. On YouTube, there's a well-known crypto guy named Murat. We'll leave a link under this video. I recommend you check it out. I don't agree with all the points, but most of it really has a right to exist. Now, a few words about how my attitude towards meme coins has evolved and what I currently have in my portfolio. Those who have been following me for a long time know that a couple of years ago I was quite skeptical about meme coins. I liked Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some more or less, if appropriate, fundamental altcoins more. But now, my attitude towards memes has changed simply because the entire market has truly turned into memes. And those projects in crypto that more or less had a chance to take a real place in real life, they are still lying at the bottom. At the same time, meme coins or various projects with a supposedly cool idea that will likely never be realized are racking up hundreds of X's. Well, let's take this sweet project as an example. Does it have any real price predictors to make it go up 10 times from its bottom?
Nope.
It's just marketing, good market making, and hype inflated around this project. Again, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I made money on Sui. I made a video 18 months ago. I said I was buying it at 50 cents and now it's worth $5 already. And it's good that I was able to make money on it. We need to look at things realistically. There's no fundamental value in the market.
What?
Well, if that's the case, then we understand that meme coins are growing. Can you make money on them? Yes, you can. So, why don't we get into this together? A couple of years ago, meme coins made up, let's say, 2-3% of my portfolio. But now that number has risen to 10-15%, and I might even increase it to 20% soon by reallocating from other crypto that I bought earlier. Why am I going to do this? I have two main points for my trade on meme coins. The first point, we can see that a bullish market for 2024-2025 is actively developing right now. Bitcoin is rising, altcoins are rising, and precisely the launch of projects like Mr. Trump's meme token, precisely the launch of powerful Information products are exactly meme broadly, which attracts retail investors to the market, draws people into the crypto space, and retail investors who will be entering the market. In my opinion, it will be much more interesting for him to have fun with moms, meaning it will be much easier for him to buy some kittens, puppies, or some giga chads rather than dealing with fundamentals. Indeed, there were memes in the last bull market too. There weren't that many, but some of them really took off. Let's remember the stories of Doge, let's remember the stories of Shiba. Even if you weren't into crypto and just came in, clicked buy on a couple of meme coins, you could have made dozens of times your investment.
What?
Now the situation has definitely changed. There are many more memes, and the chances of losing your money instead of making it are much higher. So let's watch this video until the end, and I'll tell you what to do and how to approach investing in meme coins in your portfolio to make money, not lose it. And the second big reason for my trade on meme coins, if we have an adequate market maker, if we have a strong team with a good budget, then in fact it's much easier to pump and promote meme coins to the masses than to deal with some fundamentals for the reasons we just discussed. To understand what SU is, what the Aptos blockchain is, or to figure out smart contracts and Ethereum, a person needs to dive in, they need to get to grips with it, they need to sit down and so on. But if you come in and see, bam, a token, Trump's token, shot up hundreds of times, boom, in just 2 days, okay? What other tokens are there for you? In my opinion, retail investors mostly think this way. And if I want to make money from this story, my task is simply to get into the tokens that retail investors will want to buy before they do. Where to buy memes and where to trade them. Use a reliable exchange, Bybit. Trading there for 3+ years, I advise the same. Register using our link below this video for bonuses up to $30,000 for deposit and trading volume. And here we need to make a small one, just a tiny digression. Look, when we talk about meme coins, we understand that we're just trading air.
It's not fucking real.
There are some intuitive moments that will come to you with experience. You shouldn't approach this like traditional investments, where you need to look at metrics, check the numbers, trading volumes, market cap, the team, social media, and so on. In meme tokens, it's very important to feel how you personally see this project. Why trade? Let's remember again, based on what we want to buy, earlier than retail, some meme tokens that will actually be inflated during the hype and give dozens of times returns. And our task, precisely with our feelings and intuition, is really a very important point. In memes, try to understand what images and narratives will take off in the near future. Right now, for example, one of the obvious narratives is, of course, Mr. Trump's inauguration, but he's already left, so it's unlikely you'll be able to jump in on that. And if you manage to jump in at, say, $45 per token or $50, I don't know how much it costs at the time you're watching this video, it's pure, you need to look for narratives that haven't taken off yet or get in on them right at the very start. The first thing we start with is the concept and the visual of meme coins.
Imagination.
What does what we're about to buy actually look like? What does this picture look like? What is this narrative? What idea does the team have and how will it be achieved? What about the virality of this meme token? Take a look at the picture that you want to buy. Do you think it can fill the entire internet? A simple example. Let's take the hyped up dog Doge and the hyped up frog Peppa. These are originally very strong and popular memes that were in the community even before these meme tokens were launched. What about the dog and the frog? They were originally quite popular memes, and they initially had every chance to take off. The third important point, market capitalization and liquidity. I would highly recommend that beginners stay away from low cap coins. If you want to mess around with meme tokens on a pump and dump scheme, this is not the video you should be watching. There are different principles, different criteria for selection, and a completely different trading mechanics there. I'm talking about the fact that we need to find some narratives that are right on the surface. Narratives that have market capitalization, that have liquidity, and that have trading volumes. And to get into these narratives before others do, our task is not to mess with other users in the so-called P2P, as it happens on the same one. Pamphane A. Find narratives, fly into them, and ride with them throughout the bull market. The fourth criterion is on-chain metrics. Explore on-chain data on platforms like Arkham or directly in screeners to analyze coin distribution and whale transactions. Big wallets are accumulating. Coins are either being dumped or, on the contrary, I think the logic here is quite clear. The fifth criterion is which exchanges already have the listing. And by the way, this is a very subtle point. If the meme token you found is not trading on a single centralized exchange right now, and let's say from the top 30. This is not a very good sign because most likely it smells like a scam. On the other hand, if you find a token that is on Bybit, on OKEx, on Binance, that is on all the top exchanges, then most likely its growth potential will already be quite limited. And the picture is 10 out of 10. This is when the token is traded on low liquidity exchanges, not the most reliable, but at the same time more or less adequate. That is, these are all sorts of MEX, Binjix, Bidget, Huobi, and so on. Once again, if you want to take the most reliable meme, there is some Pipa, Doge, Shib, Trump, for example, of course. They will be traded on large DEX, but to say that you will buy PP at current marks and catch 10x, it seems unlikely to me. If you find a more or less decent meme that isn't listed on a major platform yet, the very fact that it could get listed in the future already gives you the potential for a few times your investment. Well, the sixth point, the key one, in my opinion, when analyzing meme tokens is technical analysis and understanding. Let's take a closer look at the project's graphics. We're going to break down a few projects in detail right now. I'll show you what I hold in my portfolio and what I understand about meme tokens. It's precisely technical analysis, understanding the token's fundamentals, liquidity, and observing over a long period. How the token's price is holding up is actually related to the question of intuition. Remember, we talked about whether you want to buy a token for your portfolio. You definitely need to look at how it behaved in the past. So let's take a look at the meme market as a whole, what it represents. At the top of the list, we have the old meme coins. Dogecoin, Shiba. Why don't I buy old high-cap meme coins? Let's imagine a situation where Dogecoin gives, say, a 5x at its current levels. Let's look at the market capitalization. The current market capitalization of Dogecoin is $55 billion. So, for Dogecoin to give us a 5x from its current levels, it would need to be worth $250 billion. Considering that this is a pretty old asset and there are quite a few weak hands in it right now, I think a 5x is too optimistic from the current levels.
That's simply not possible.
Well, it's just extremely unlikely that Dogecoin can surpass that mark. The same goes for Shiba. For it to achieve a 5x, it needs to reach the levels of Dogecoin right now. Will the people behind meme coins do that? I don't think so. It's much easier to take something like Pepo or maybe grab some bonk, Forcoin, VV and so on, and create new interesting stories with it, make new manipulations and pump it into the market, not taking an old dog and trying to pump it further. Here, let's take a little detour. Look, meme coins, it's an absolutely unpredictable story. And since Elon Musk is specifically behind Dogecoin, could Elon Musk start heavily shilling, say, Dogecoin on his Twitter, and it would achieve the same 5x there? It definitely could, but personally, I wouldn't bet my money on that. I always base my thoughts on that. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter how you act in the market. The important question is, are you ready to bet your money on this? So, what are they? Overall, does it make sense to consider memecoins to add to your portfolio? For me, it's all from the 50th to, let's say, the 500th or 600th line of market capitalization. As you can see, there's quite a selection, and you'll definitely have plenty to choose from. Now onto the most interesting part, the meme token I own. The first token from my portfolio is the Meow meme token. Cat in a dog's world. The meme token is from Solana. It has such a wonderful cat as its avatar. Why am I attracted to this token? Well, first of all, it's cats. And if in the last cycle we had dogs, Doges, Shibas and so on shooting up, then in this cycle I would bet more on cats. Although there are dogs too. So that's how our investments are, as they say. So cats and dogs. The second important point, when I was analyzing this project about 6 months ago, scrolling Twitter, and there were many posts related to what is behind this token. The same team behind the Shiba Inu. I haven't found these posts yet, you can check them yourself. This is not some kind of insider information, this is not reliable information, but just looking at this picture of Meow and looking at the picture of Shiba, it seemed to me that there is something in this. And indeed, they are quite similar in their design style. The site is nothing unusual, a funny, amusing site. I can't say that there is any interesting data for us here. What interests us from the perspective of Meow, it's really about its chart, how it has performed since its listing on the OKEx exchange. There's a subtle point here. What should a meme token do for us to consider adding it to our portfolio? The first factor, it should perform well during every small alt season. It should respond to every movement of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is going up, if there's a small local alt season happening, the meme coin definitely has to It has to respond. Let's see what happened with it in July 2024. There was a small meme season. The token performed really well. In September, we weren't seeing any growth, but in October, November, yes, we started to see it. Remember memecoin season? It is important that we grew, remember, earlier than Bitcoin important moment. And so actually I pumped, gave 2x, and the next point is regarding the analysis of the pump chart. Meme coins should find their support level and ideally not break their previous highs. So what does this tell us? If we coins, first they pushed it up with a stick and then they dumped it back down to zero and it just crashed. Somewhere it says that most likely the team behind this Memcoin no longer needs it. So they just let it go, the market makers stepped out, and no one is watching the price anymore. In this case, we see that with each new pump, it gave us new levels, below which Meow didn't drop. The first level, yes, actually, the pump. Next, we have consolidation. And again, pay attention, we are not breaking the previous lows. Next point, next. And again, we didn't break the previous low, meaning we just hit a support level drawn from the previous trading range. I understand that for a person who is used to looking at metrics, used to investing there, perhaps in some companies on the stock market, all this sounds pretty crazy, but we don't have any other. We can make tools with you to adequately analyze the token. We can build some assumptions with you and logical judgments. What if the team came in and pumped this token? If they are interested in hanging themselves, if they want to make a really massive story out of it, and there is no point in dumping it at the moment on the glass, it makes sense for them to provide a nice technical chart that can be worked with and that other traders will trade. From my perspective on the Meow token, look, I was accumulating it roughly in this zone. So my average accumulation zone is about 0, something like that. 0. Something from this series. At the moment, I have a profit of maybe 50-70%. At the peak, the profit was about 3 or 4. But I didn't take any profits. Why didn't you record it? Because I believe that the meme season hasn't started yet, and everything we've seen is just a warm-up before the real bull run of 2025. And that very precedent set by Mr. Trump, after which his token pumped, seems to me to be opening the gates to the bull market of 2025. Here's the next picture from my portfolio. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Dent, Inu. Basically, it's a meme coin about meme coins. I find it quite an interesting narrative. It's funny how the guys played it, showing the stupidity that, to be honest, the crypto market has fallen into. But since we're all here, why not make some money off this amazing story? Harry Potter with the ticker Bitcoin is already trading on our platform. You can, again, go and browse the website. You can go to Arcane and see how the big wallets are behaving. He's doing fine with that. His wallets aren't dumping at the moment. And the trading volumes are also stable, but relative to his market cap. And here's an interesting point. We need to rewind and see what was happening with the chart of this project. Look, first of all, this token performed really well during any previous alt season, especially at the beginning of 2024. Do you remember that time when Bitcoin rose from $40,000 to $70,000? It also performed well in September, October. Right now, during this current correction, it's holding up more than decently. If you open up many fundamental projects from the previous cycle, they aren't holding their support levels as well, and their prices are just crashing to the bottom. And, well, the meme token. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10. And, well, it really looks quite good. And as we discussed earlier, there are no new lows during pumps. So there was a pump, and accordingly the lows weren't updated. There was a pump, and the lows weren't updated. Here we've come close to the previous lows, but notice this, they weren't updated. And now it's the same thing. So this mega pump consolidation, but we're not going down. So this level has formed right in the zone where I made my purchases. So I've been holding this meme for not that long, buying it right in the zone. And with goals, 5-10x. At the moment, it's not trading on major exchanges. It's available on various platforms like BitJet, DEX, and so on. Here, if we get an update on listings on new exchanges, there will definitely be good gains purely on that note. So the next coin from the portfolio is MEMcoin. To be honest, I just like it here. Here is this wonderful smiley of a laughing cat with glasses. The design is really cool. And if we are talking specifically about visuals, narrative, and what could hypothetically enter people's consciousness, then, in my opinion, MEMcoin is ideal for this story. I don't think we need to dive into the charts anymore. The same goes for all the pumps. It performed quite well. The last pump in September also did quite well. And my positions in MEMcoin are set plus or minus based on the current values. That is, it was during these dips that I began to gain it. And at the moment, my average is probably somewhere around 0.00002. One interesting thing is that if we go to the IOC website, it's an unremarkable, ordinary MEMcoin website. It's cool that they made their own product and are hyping up this idea with glasses. So you can buy those very glasses that are actually shown in their meme. And there are a lot of different models available. Add them to your cart, order, etc. I doubt this is available. For residents in Russia and the CS in the US, this can be done. The last picture for today is quite ambiguous. Ticker, Sundog. This is a dog. This is a dog token launched on the Sunpump platform. What is its key difference from other tokens? It's not on Ethereum, it's not on Solana, it's on Tron, on TRX. And let's remember who owns TRX. Justin Sun, the same person who buys bananas for millions of dollars, loves to spend money on all sorts of crap. And, in my opinion, he's a person who, if not with a bruised ego, at least enjoys stroking his ego. And that's the key trade for this token. I wouldn't say I have high hopes for it, but I do have a few coins in my portfolio. What is the trade about? If Justin Sun wants to show the crypto community in that the Tron blockchain is suitable for memes, he needs to take some kind of locomotive and pump it up on his platform. Because that's exactly how memes work. The higher the price goes, the more followers are attracted to this token, provided there's adequate marketing and other components. But the most important point is that Sundog is one of the tokens that is associated with Justin Sun. And in my opinion, at the right moment, he could pump it up well. Whether this will happen or not, I don't know, let us look at the graph, but his graph looks disgusting. I was building my position in the area. That is, here I was gaining my pose, my average, probably something like maybe, that is, according to this meme, at the current moment I am in a drawdown. Am I planning to buy more? I don't think he can update his past highs by drawing like 10x on Justin Sun's attempts. Will it burst into the meme race? Yes, maybe, but for that, of course, it needs time. I suggest you write in the comments which memes you personally hold in your portfolio and share a bit of your thoughts on why you specifically hold those meme coins. I have about 5 or maybe 7 more coins in my portfolio, aside from the ones we've discussed today. But in my opinion, what I've shared with you today is already enough to conduct your further fundamental analysis. Well, for dessert, let's go over the 5 main mistakes that cause people to lose money on meme coins. Although no, let's discuss this in the next video. See you soon, folks.